Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I'm Alice Seraphin, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Today we are doing 2 cards from the March 2020 Paper Pumpkin. These are alternatives. We are going to be focusing or having our focus points using the stitched rectangle dies, and just wait till you see this idea. It is so cool. I'm so excited. Okay, so let me see, where are my, let me show you some that I've already done with this kit. Now, I did not do any of my cards the way they were designed in this kit. I will show you. I don't always do this, but I'm going to show you. This is a flyer for the upcoming one for April. And this is the flyer for March's Paper Pumpkin. And mine was stuck on a train in Idaho, broken down, and so I had to get mine very late. That's why these videos are when they are. So this one I just did a video on. I did this. This is using a frame. I'm going to show you how we do that again. This was using a bit that you all might have thrown away if you didn't see what I did here. That is so cool. This is the frame from this one here, is cut from the stitched rectangle die. This is what was left over. I put it on a piece of cinnamon cider. This, just using what I call our stencils from the set, and that's these here from punching out our elements. I did this one, and I used the frame from cutting this piece out. I did use that. This is another element from the card that would have been thrown away. And another one. Look at that. And these are bits from envelope flaps from me cutting up an envelope. So this video, we're going to do 2. Same basic layout, but a little different elements. We are using these envelopes for the cards. So I'm going to fold my flap over. Set this aside. These are, I'm thinking about using elements, and I have these, which I haven't. I have 2 left. There were 3, and they have this embossed pattern on them. I put those out. This is for our sentiment. Just a little note. This is a white card base, and here we go. Now, I'm not going to show you anything else yet, but this. Well, I'll show you. This is we're going to do our frame, and we are going to extend our picture by using some of the colors in here and sponging on this. So, going to set this aside so I can see it. Bringing in my icky scratch paper here I've been doodling on. Now I'm going to show you, this is the second to largest stitched rectangle frames. That is what cut out my image. That's going to go back in here. And we are going to start with some Misty Moonlight. And let's get going. So here we go. We're going to bring it up here. Kind of light this time up here, not as dark. And I'm just pouncing up and down. Maybe I will go darker. You could do brushing it. But I want to go lighter as we go down. Lighter as we go down. Now we're going to bring in some Calypso Coral. And I'm not even sure I need to ink this up, because I want it light and pale. Let's see if I brush it on there. I really like the pouncing look of this. So there's our Calypso Coral. Didn't even need to ink that up again. Next is some more Misty Moonlight, and we're going to go deeper this time. Right here. We're just extending our picture with this frame. Extending the colors out. Okay. Next, we are going to be bringing in some old olive and then ending with some evening evergreen. All of these colors I'm using were in the kit as listed as coordinating colors. So this is old olive on this side, and next we are bringing in the evening evergreen, and I'm going to check it before. Yeah, we're going to need to ink it up. So and pounce, 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 pounce. Gives it like a stippled imagery in here. Nice and soft looking, not harsh. So, getting a phone call that I can't answer at the moment. So there is our frame. Now we're going to close these up, leaving our Misty Moonlight, which I just inked up my finger. Not good. So, let me show you how this is extending our imagery. Do you see that? Isn't that so cool? And it's going to look even better when we get this all glued down. So, we are first going to glue down our card base. Let me grab my little glue bottle. And you can see this is from me. Making sure I got it in view here. All right. So we're going to get this glued down on our card base, like so. Oop, there's my elements. Oops. Okay. So now this is going to get popped up. Okay. And my dimensionals are here. 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to use some minis on here. One in that corner, 2 on this side. Right there. Right there. Right here. And right there. And I think we actually could use one there. And one there. And I'm going to peel all these off. The other one is going to be reversed a little bit. They're basically done the same, and I wanted to show you twice so you get a really good idea on how I created these cards. And just because I'm using this for Paper Pumpkin, it doesn't mean you can't do this with any other stamp set or DSP paper. So next we are going to pop this in its frame. So there we have it. Now you see we have these openings, and I'm going to show you the 2 dies from the stitched rectangles. This is how I did it. So I ran it through the first time through my machine with this, cut out that part of it, and then I ran it through a second time with these on it like so, and that cut out these, and these are now going to be recessed in their pockets. Let me scoot this up. And with the lovely detail of the stitching on these is really cool. Okay, yeah, this one now is stuck in there, but let's pull it out. Just a really cool elements to this. Like I said, I have not watched any of the paper pumpkin tutorials that are out. All of these I did create with my own little brain, if you want to call it that. Okay, so let's see what else we have in here. Now, I haven't done anything on the inside. I know I want to put just a little note here. And let's see, I need this, and we're going to stamp this in Misty Moonlight, and I already had it mounted. Yes, just a little note. And I'm hoping I don't gotta flip it over. Oh, that's great. So, just a little note. And you know me, I'm not going to leave it just like that. So, Misty Moonlight. We are going to just brush away from us lightly on this. I don't want to cover the whole thing in blue. I'm leaving little gaps of white. Now bringing it this way. Now I'm going to go around the edge, making the edge darker. And I haven't re-inked my dauber from doing our frame. Pinching it like this, and you can hear that flick, flick, flick. All right, there we have it. Now this is gonna come just like so. I think right there is gonna be perfect. So I know I just need to put some right here, and right here, and a little bit there to place this down where I want it. And I'm bringing it all the way to, well, we're not going to quite bring it to the edge. We're going to leave a little gap there. Just a little note. Now, we have some bling bling, some really pretty stones, rhinestones, iridescent coloring to them. Let's bring those in here. We're going to bring one right in this corner. Oops. If I can find where the other one went to. One up here. And one there. And I kind of want a few more, but I'm not sure I need it. And to me, that is just a great little card. It's got this. Oh, you know what would be great on this is Wink Stella, and I keep forgetting to bring this out for these cards. But let's go ahead and do this in the mountains on this card. Do some Wink Stella. Glitter it up. Make it sparkle and shine. Oh, so cool. Just adds a little bit more. And that's it. So card number 1. Now the inside. This is where I thought we might place these, but I still don't like those, so we're not going to. I'm really happy with this card just the way it is. It's simple, but packed full of dimension and unique and a little different. So let's get started with our second card. Let's see what we have in here. So we are going to repeat this process. Okay, here's my elements for my sentiment. I have one of these left, which we're going to use. Those and my frame, which this is what we're going to work on. And how I get my colors is here. I'm looking at this. I'm going to set that aside and flip this over. And we are going to start. This card doesn't really have any Misty Moonlight up there, but we are going to start with Misty Moonlight. We could actually add some, which let's just go ahead and do that because that's the sky. So we're going to lightly bring in this Misty Moonlight. Just like so, around the edge. I'm just brushing it across like this because it's not been re-inked yet. And look at that. Oh, so before I go any further, we need to just do a wee bit up here at the top of this piece that it's going to sit in. So let's get started now. Misty Moonlight it is for the very top of our card. And pounce, pounce, pounce. We don't have to do dark on this. All the way across. Down the side a bit. Like I said, I'm taking my direction from this. See? So Misty Moonlight is done. We are going to bring in some, oh, let me make sure. I'm going to stick Misty Moonlight stopper there. What do we have on the Evening Evergreen? A little bit goes here. And a little bit goes up here, and then bring it down some. Okay. And I'm going to bring in some Old Olive below that. And then it had a little bit more blue. Let's see, because this is going to sit here. So I'm going to bring a little bit of blue there, not on that side. And next it is the Pale Papaya, which I accidentally grabbed my bumblebee. Pale Papaya is going to come quite down the side some, and we're going to need some more green there. Looks like we need to re-ink it now. Might need to do a little all right, and next Pale Papaya on this side, and we're gonna do a little more of the Evening Evergreen right here. Pounce, pounce, pounce. And Old Olive again. I'm gonna turn it. And that's about as far as I'm going to go with the Old Olive. And last but not least is going to be Dear Old Bumblebee. Let me close up these. And yes, I have yet to get my ink pad back from my daughter. Okay, so there is our frame. Like I said, this one's going to be done kind of just the opposite of the other one. So this is going to go up on dimensionals. And I'm going to be using mini ones for the frame. Quite a bit, but nonetheless. These are from a different paper pumpkin kit. So we're going to use them up. Maybe got a little close there, but that's all right. Do the corners first. 2, and then one looks like we need 3 more. So 1 in the middle, 1 there, and 1 there. And remove all of our tops. And hopefully I can get this on there straight. Let's see. You can see where the stitched rectangle die cut. And there's a little border. That's why I had to flip them over to use them. Okay, now we have them. And Bumblebee is in the bottom corner. And I think I'm going to do this trick because it will be easier. Yes, so there is our frame popped up. Next, we're gluing this piece down. Remember the other card we just did? This piece here was on dimensionals and the frame was glued down, so we're reversing it for this card. Just to get a little different, sliding it in its pocket. Oops. Ooh, not need to got it over too far. Okay, let's try getting it on there again. We'll get these sides poked down. Maybe if I don't glue it to it. Oh boy, I'm having an issue with this one, aren't I? Okay, there we go. Nope, I don't know what's up. Okay. It's having glue stuck everywhere except for where in the dimensionals. Okay. You will go in your spot. Dimensionals were too close to the border. But that's all right. It will. This one maybe needs to be moved. Boy, that doesn't want to go in there because my dimensional is right up against that corner edge. And now I got glue on here. Not smart. All right. For me adjusting it. There we go. Gonna make sure that's all down there. Don't want anything popping up. Okay. So next, we are putting our pieces in their spots, and these are going on dimensionals too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I want them nicely put in there. I don't want no sagginess, no pieces not fitting. So, like so. This one, we'll just get 3 right down the center. 1, 2, and 3. And this is a very simple way of really making your card stand out, yet still very, very simple because the dies are doing all the emphasis for us, making our focal point. Now, this I want to put right here in between the two. You could put it down there, but I really like the idea of it right here. And that's where it's going to go. So I want glue on the back of this and glue right here. So I have to be really choosy. So let me look again just to make sure I have where I want it. So from this side over here. And I use this as a stencil. That's why you see color on the back of it. Okay, and this is there, And this right here in this corner should do it. Okay. Now let's put this in place. Ta-da! Isn't that cool looking? And yes, we could add a bow down there, but we'll see what we do. Okay, so next I have this die cut for our sentiment. And our sentiment that has been chosen is congratulations. And I haven't used this one yet. And on this one, we are going to do it in Evening Evergreen. Just kind of like that. Oh my goodness, that was close. Give it a twist, 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 twist. I'm going to turn this over because that's fresh ink. And let's try it again. This time, like so. Yes, I love this green. This would be a great color to keep forever and ever and ever. So let's see. This is Evening Evergreen. We are going to come around the edges like so. And then we're going to do a little bit of brushing, lightly, barely touching it and leaving, you know, bits of white there, not just going, picking it up and moving, and you can see. So let's get this in place. And this, I'm thinking, I don't really like it. I just like it kind of abstractly. Maybe this way. No. I don't want it there. I want it right there. So we are going to put some glue. Get my glue going down at the bottom of my glue bottle. Bring this all the way over to the edge, like so. And now to add the bling, if I can find where I put it. And I lost my needle. Let's grab another one. I'm sure it's going to pop right back up. We are going to put this one. I'm going to lift this up so it can glue it down to it. And then this one here. And this one there. And art, isn't that so cool? I love it. Just so neat. On the inside, we can stencil on it, anything you like. I'm going to leave it blank for now until I know what I want. But there are our 2 cards for today. Let me move all this. This one has the green envelope. This one is that one. And they're both done the same way. This one, of course, is just reverse of this one. And I hope you have a great day out there, YouTube. Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.